Hello, everyone. I am Anindita Anaam, and we have a very special guest and our honorable coach with us, who also happens to be our creative consultant, Mr. Sujit Sanyal. I welcome you, sir. And on this platform, we want to learn a little bit about you, and our audience would love to know, our learners would love to know a little, uh, background about why you chose Coachable. So we will start with first. Tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you, Anindita. As a matter of fact, I must tell you that I keep learning from you every time you are on show. That's a fact. And that exactly is the reason why I think one of the reasons of Coachables, I'll come to it. But my background has been prima facie. I have been, I pride in my pedigree as a middle class Bengali from Kolkata. Though I have, because of my father's job, been traveling all over the country, particularly Lucknow and Indore, and then back to Kolkata. And I spent about, well, little over 45 years in advertising. So I keep saying that I have done two lifetimes in advertising. And then I decided that I must do something of my own. But which is, right now, we run, some of my friends, we run a group. It's a trust called Ollie's Advertising Roundtable, which has got to do with, discussions and deliberations on advertising matters and marketing matters. And I have been teaching as a faculty to various management institutes all over the country for a very long time. But last 10, 12 years, I have been regular with Symbiosis International University at Pune, where I teach brand communication and marketing. Other than that, now that one has gone past, you're not looking for a salary check at the end of the month. So right now, I do something which is my own thing. It's something it's called Kahani Kancheti. The Kahani Kancheti is actually a digital website where we discuss anything and everything from art and popular culture. So there are book reviews, there are theater reviews. We have a lot of online discussions with authors, with film people, music, dance, and everything that comes under the big umbrella. So that is what really keeps me going, which is basically doing a lot of curated storytelling. Uh, so that's what keeps me busy.
That is
And
so amazing. That is so amazing, Pujita. And I also want to know, like, why you felt like you should join Coachables. Why Coachables?
okay, a slightly let me rewind a little. I mentioned the time that I was growing up in Calcutta. In this, I mean, after my school, my college years were the late '60s and very early '70s, and this was the time then the whole the political scenario in Kolkata was going through a transformation, if you recall. But more importantly, at that point of time, many of us, and at least I was extremely fortunate to have a lot of mentors who could, somebody took care of my requirement in the arts, somebody the literature, somebody this, somebody that, and I was kind of groomed by these people who were, you in the local Kolkata parlance, everybody was Jagada and Stalinda, and we sat and discussed all kinds of things under the sun in these tea shops. But I learned something from them. I learned that, they were not just giving me information, they were somewhere down the line molding me. They were somewhere down the line, they were working in my head. And then when I got this odd chance to teach, I found there was a lot more to actually learn than to actually give. It's the other way around. But as a result of which, I had started this in my head, in my brain. I always wanted to run a Gurukul. I wanted to run a Gurukul where I wanted to, have some of us like-minded people, not teaching but interacting with the students and mentoring them, and even sitting together and having a meal, and maybe cooking it for them, and even getting them to cook for you. That was the big plan I had. Then Coachables happened, and Orijit and Pinaki came in through a common friend, Shayon, and they said, "We are doing this." I said, this is what I have been looking for. Why have I been looking for? Because, taking a class on a subject is that, you've got 110 students, 120 students, at times they're down to 25 students, but then, but when you're coaching in a one-to-one on six segments or six sessions, I'd love to, and I've been telling this to both to Orijit and Pinaki, can I have my sessions on an online interactive basis? I don't want to, just leave video clips and recordings here and there. And, although I know that's the way the online coaching system works, because when you're driving, you probably are listening to what's one chapter or one session. But I think in the two subjects that I am right now, the two domains, one is storytelling and the other is creative writing. But having said that, the whole narrative of the storytelling and the creative writing is designed to improve the participant or whoever is joining in their career, their work ability, work skill, business, whatever. Like, for example, storytelling is not just telling if being a very good storyteller. Of course, we have had no better storytellers. Nobody in the world has had a better storyteller than the grandmothers. Because if you remember, they used to tell us all kinds of rubbish stories and we used to love them. Why? Because they were wonderful storytellers, right? This prince coming on a Pegasus horse and a frog, absolute rubbish. But the way they told the story. Now, today, you make a presentation in a corporate world for a business pitch or whatever. You make a flat presentation on PowerPoint. Well, yeah, fair enough. You made your point. But what if we were to put it in a story form? What if
That's
you need to tell a story while you're making your presentation? See, that
totally.
makes a difference. Creative writing. Yeah, you
And
can write poetry. Yeah, that's the kind of thing.
And when I was watching your storytelling modules, and I could see that passion built into the technical narratives. And that is what the beauty of storytelling is, that how you can present the same argument covered in a little bit ornamentation, covered with a little bit of
Absolutely.
emotion. So I totally agree with
Absolutely.
you, and I can see how your quaint meetings with people uh, have shaped your ideas. So coming to my last question, when you are
Yeah.
not working, what you love.
Hmm. When I'm not working, I'm trying to, well, a lot of things actually, which is why I keep, at the end of the day, I keep saying, okay, I've run out of time. I wish I had some more time in my hands. See, one is that running this Kahani Kancheti is itself, it's a one-man band, and my son, who is a designer and a creative person, he backs me up. So that's and Shayon. But then the thing is that there are always planning going on. Right now, I have now got into something called revisiting. And it's an initiative with some academics and scholars on Rabindranath Tagore, where we are actually trying to revisit Tagore's vision. So I have a whole lot of Tagorean scholars who are part of this, and and my Kahani Kanchetis is providing the bulwark. And then I do something for, actually for senior citizens and for NRIs abroad. We have these packages on curated storytelling on anything from the music of Lata Mangeshkar to Geeta Dutt to Hemant Kumar to whatever. There are all stories, but interspersed with music and songs.
That is
And
that.
yes, I am trying right now. We are doing a video on the Greek composer and conductor Vangelis, who passed away last year, and we are putting together something on sculptor Shomnath Hor. These are all kahani, for the love of it. It's all coming from within. Yeah.
That is amazing, and that is so wonderful. And thank you so much for sharing your passion with us. And I hope that having you as a creative consultant and coach will take Coachables to newer heights.
Let's
Thank
all keep our fingers crossed, Anindita. We are all into it, and we all need to make a show of those coachables. And I'm sure our participants
you.
will benefit from these
I'm
sessions.
sure it will. Thank you so much, sir. I wish you a very bright morning. I know it's evening for us, but it's going to be a
I know.
beautiful morning for you. So with that, I take your leave. Thank you so much for coming to Coachables platform, and we
Pleasure.
are looking forward to your modules. And learners, if you don't know, please go to the coachables.org site and check out the modules by Mr. Sanyal and take away what he has to teach you. Thank you so much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Anindita. Thank you very much. All the
Thank you.
best. Look forward.
Thank you.